What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Project Zomboid. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we go through the introduction as fast as possible. I always wanted to be that guy that got to do like the things at the end of the commercial, like some provisions and taxes may apply, where you get to like just go super fast at the end. I think what we're gonna do today is we're actually in a little bit of a desperate situation. So I think we're gonna have to go back to town. That's the first part, is that we're gonna have to follow this all the way back down. And once we get there, hopefully we can go to the construction site and get ourselves locked in on some new goodies. Now, I can't promise that that's the way this is going to go down. I mean, some things I can't give you a promise on that. However, if we do get this managed, I think what we need to do is we need to go all the way down till this hits a little thing, then we take like a little left, and then we follow it a little bit further. The zombies are going to get thicker as we move down and through here. Let's kill this one off. I figure the more we kill zombies, the better off we are, right? I probably should have brought a new baseball bat with me, but I think that for right now, did I actually hit all of these neighborhoods? The doors aren't open, which leads me to believe that there may still be some provisions around here that we can make use of. There's some grapes and some tofu and some other little things in here. I don't think I'm going to take it. Instead, what I will take is I forgot to bring food along, and so I wanted to check some of these buildings along the way. Just grab a couple things while we're here. So if there's any canned food or anything else that's useful around here, I would appreciate it. Obviously, we have our stop-off point down there. We finally have our can opener, so that's pretty cool. We have a pool cue. Keeping a pool cue in the mud room. For those of you that don't know what a mud room is, that's basically a mud room. It's kind of like the room that's like the vestibule to your house. Usually like the washing machine is in there, and like some other random stuff will be in there that typically like dirty stuff goes in that room. Like all your random cleaning supplies and stuff like that. That's what a mud room is. For now, what we need to do is we're going to head all the way down the street. I'll sing you a little song off key. And once we get all the way down the street, I think we'll be looking a lot better. Sounds like we had gunshots off in some direction over here. I just want to get back into town. Once we get back into town, we start to see that we're along the edges here. I think that we'll be able to make better do of our time. But yeah, there's a construction site that we already hit. There was nothing there. It was a little bit disappointing, actually. I was hoping the construction site would have all the things that we needed. It's the next morning right now, so I'm hoping that if we go back, it looks like we have an office building right here. Whether or not that's an office building that we care about, I don't know. We've got a gazebo right here. And so the thing that we're looking for now, we've got a bunch of Zeds following us along. There's going to be a church at the bottom left-hand corner, and then from there, the thing that we're looking for is, I think, even further south still from there. I don't know. After our problem with the construction site, I'm a little bit half-hearted about this. I don't think it's going to work out very well for us. Yep, our baseball bat's about to break. I knew I should have grabbed another weapon before we left. Let's go through here. It's a building that we've been through many, many times afore. Did I grab all the stuff out of here? Canned sardines. I'll take them. Oh, that scared me. That really did. I wasn't expecting a zombie to come through the window right there. So we're next to a gas station. Our building with all of our stuff is going to be on the top floor right here if we wanted to check in on it again. If I remember right, yeah, here's our building right here, Value Insurance. If I remember right, we'll come through here, up the stairs, there it is. The back side of the building is going to be where our rope ladder is at. But I think what I wanted out of here, if nothing else, I guess I could grab the crowbar. But I'd like to find another bat before we go further. Not feeling batty enough right now. I don't know if I brought them all back. Yeah, I did actually. Let's just grab one baseball bat then. We'll put that in our inventory. Allow us to... No, don't put it in the container. Equip as your primary. Equip it... Does that do it in both hands? I don't know if it did. I want to do it in both hands though. Doing it one-handed, it works, but let's get two hands in here. It's a little bit better for the ego. And then back down we go. We'll go out the back door right here. Keep an eye out for any zombies that might be around or may have followed us in here. And now that we're around the back side of the building, you'll forgive me. I'm consulting maps and things like that right now just to make sure that we're in the right area and I know where I am. So we had the Value Insurance in there. Yep. So going off, we found the gun store. We found everything else. I'm a little bit disappointed by the fact that we didn't find anything at the construction site. But there is a storage building and a warehouse down below that. And so I think the storage warehouse is going to be the next thing that we're going to go after. We may have to bust a window to get in there, but it's like busting a move. It's always pleasurable when you get to do it. Zombies are migrating around a little bit. Let's upgrade our sneaking. I know that I haven't done it yet, but it seems like a good plan, so let's do it. I think guard increases how good you are. Yeah, our sneaking appears to be kind of bad right now, so we may have to deal with these one at a time. They're wandering off that way. I see no reason in clearing out the block if they're just going to respawn. Get that closed for a moment. Let's just go for it. I think that... Oh, never mind. Right as I say that. Right as I say that. Look at the amount of zombies that we have around. So the Gigamart. We need to go to the bottom left now. I'm really sincerely hoping that maybe these all go away at some point so that we don't have to worry about so many zombies being around. But there are a lot. I'm going to get him right now. Some of the more astute zombies that are paying attention better. The ones that did well in school. If I go through here, where does that land me? In a hallway of sorts, and then we can skeef out the back. Ah, that's actually not so terrible right there as an escape route. I will keep that in mind for later. Let's work on some Zeds over here. We're pretty good at knocking them down now with the bat. I don't want to overexert myself. There's one down. Eat an entire bag of chips because why not? That's just the sort of glutton that I am. Once again, one of those truths that's far closer to the truth than others. And then if we follow this road down and around back here, I think ducking through the forest is a good plan. In reality, it might not be. It might actually have been a very, very bad plan. If I can kill a couple of you off, though, that'd be great. Looks like we only got one straggler that made it through the forest. And this is going to be the storage lot that we were after. Now, can I jump this big fence? That's the next part. You can't jump the big fence. So, unfortunately, since a little bit of amateur aviation is not in our future, that's what jumping is basically, right? It's like novice-level aviation. You're like, well, I got like a 5-foot jump. That's pretty good for a human being. 5 feet's impressive. You should be proud of yourself if you pull that one off. I'm going to try not to exert myself any further as we go through here. But these buildings are the ones that we are after. Finding a master key is going to be our next goal. If we can find that, great. If not, it is going to put a damper on all this, or we're just going to have to break a window. There's not that many zombies. And anyways, I'm sort of partial to the plan here that says it might be a good idea to kill all these off, if only for the reason that we could end up with a key to the entire facility if we find the right person to jib. So let's go ahead and instead of cutting their jib right now, we're just going to try and bash in the jib. Nothing on either of those, but it does gain us a little bit of clearance with all these guys. Let's try some of the other windows. Zombie in the alley. It's kind of like Bully in the alley, but a little bit more bitey. Alright, so another one goes down. No key on that one. We're a little bit exerted. So we'll probably want to find a location that we can hide out inside of. Alright. That's going to be a screw-it moment. Let's break the window and get in here. It sort of ruins this place as a luxurious location that we can relax for a while. But let's rest for a minute. Let's give this a couple minutes. We'll let that exertion fall off. Maybe rest until 2 o'clock or so. If we have to retreat, I will. There it is. So there's 2 o'clock. Nothing inside of this place, but we can make use of this right here in order to fill up all of our fluid receptacles. Since we have no key so far, I think I should be able to run around here without worrying about the zombies, because they got to go all the way around the side before they become my problem. If they can get through chain link, I would be highly surprised. I don't think I can actually get in here. Not without an axe anyways. That's one of the big metal doors right there. And so that's going to be, yeah, it's a security door. I don't think we can get through those either. So it's looking like the storage facility is going to be a bust for us. But I think there's a factory or something next door that we can fiddle with. We don't have a lot of time left, but we have enough. where I think we could take a look. Just a short little look. Not a long look, obviously. You take a long... Oh, I may have almost got bit right there. I ran right into that Zed. This one doesn't look like... this one has a security door too, but there are windows, so that's pretty awesome. So whenever one door locks, a window is breakable. Seems to be the Corn Nut family solution to all these problems. Come on, finish them off. Got to get ourselves enough of a radius around the building to where we can break this thing open or find a key. That works too. Doesn't look like there's any forcible windows for right now. There's actually not a ton of these guys around here. This may be workable. This might be workable. Maybe. There's a bad door back here in the back. I don't suppose that the unknown key that I have here goes to any of this. Doesn't look like it does. Bad luck right there. Window won't open. We weren't planning on staying here anyways. So, Zupa! Open sesame! Alright, in we go. Mine the glass. Vending machines are both looking pretty dilapidated and unable to supply us with anything. Disappointing, but at least we're in for right now. Let's watch out for Zeds in all the bathrooms. We got a little bit going on right there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wiggle around as quickly as possible and hope you don't get bit when you go on in. Did that get us? Overall body status looking good. Most of what we're going to find in here is going to be useless, but if we get really lucky, we might find ourselves some food or something of that nature. Shoes and a paper clip and a pen. Alright, well the locker room didn't have much. Let's check the floor in here. It looks like we got a factory of some sort. Like maybe a... I don't know, it looks like they're stamping out something here. Some kind of sheet metal working facility, maybe. A pool cue and a hammer and a box of nails. That's it, huh? Ew. Alright, well I can deal for right now. This is not that big of a deal. But I think finding ourselves an axe is definitely on the list. Close that off so they're not banging on the door anymore. I guess I might be able to find some broken doors or at least bait zombies into doing the work for me. That's the only other part that I've really thought about here is that if we could bait zombies into doing some of the work for us and breaking some doors and some windows and things like that, we could get the planks we need that way. But up until that point, this is going to be a little bit sketchy. I was hoping this was kind of a last-ditch effort for me. So it looks like there's a managerial area up in here. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like we might be hosed as far as an axe goes. I don't really know what else to say about it. I think that we've had bad luck, and then B, the developers need to look into making there be more axes for single player at least, because you can't even start the game until you have axes. So I'm a tiny bit concerned right now that there are no axes on our map. I've hit pretty much every location where there should have been an axe, and there has been none so far. I'm not even going to finish looting the rest of that place out because we're going to be tired before I can get it done. Across the street this way there's a burger joint, but fat chance we're going to get an axe out of that. Construction site, there was still that little cubicle over there that we didn't get a chance to check because we got run off the block. But much past that, this has been a real bust. Open the can of sardines. We'll eat that for right now. And making our way back to the original location. Oh, look, that was actually really helpful for us. Making our way back to the original location where we were is more than likely going to be the next thing that we want to do. There's nothing across that field over there, so we don't need to worry about it. Everything has a security door over here, so without an axe or at bare minimum a sledgehammer. It's like there's one open garage right there, though, so we could take a look, I guess. I don't know. I just know deep down inside of myself somewhere where all of my deepest, darkest, most reptilian of feelings reside. That the moment that I don't check one of these, that's going to be where the axe is, you know. Well, it's just boxes. 6 o'clock right now. We're not winded yet. Whoa, it said that one was dead. It did the graphic and everything. Not acceptable, zombie. Definitely not acceptable. However, it looks like maybe we killed that one that's to the bottom right. Any keys? No, no keys. Alright. Well, since I'm trying to get keys like a dealer right now, we're winded again, unfortunately, which means I'm not going to be able to kill zombies to my utmost extent. Nobody behind us, right? Alright, so nothing there. Another baseball bat on that zombie. Oh, never mind. That's not on the zombie. That's actually in the crate right there. A spade. That'll help out so that at the bare minimum we can start doing crops. Some paint, but I'm not interested in either of those. Couple of Zeds inside of here. I'm gonna get after him. This guy apparently storing up all of his lawn furniture. I don't even know if you can get through those shutters right there, if that's a thing that you can even manage. I've never tested it since the last time that we played. It doesn't make a knocking sound when you hit him. Maybe knocking out the sidewall is going to be the only way to get into any of these. Got a kettle, some paint. Yeah, it's still bust. Still very, very bust on this adventure, so let's head back to our house. I think if we can climb up our little rope ladder or whatever, we should be okay. We're winded. We're a little bit drowsy. It's 8 o'clock, which is going to cut down on all of our visibility. Let's just ski straight around there. And if we can make it back to our original house, we'll sleep that off for the night. We'll open up a can of food. That'll be our, like, inside the city location that we hole up in. I don't know exactly where we are right now. It's a big building right here that I think leads into the construction zone. But there's so many Zeds around it that it becomes a very, very concerning prospect to try and get into the building over here. Although it does look like they've moved around slightly. So with a couple of zombies left, we might have an option right here. We might. If the old alarm fairy ends up getting us, maybe not, but this is kind of the last chance that I see for us grabbing anything that might be helpful. Finish off a zombie right there. Not the construction foreman or anything like that. They're still moving around, so I would love to be inside right now. A risky sleeping location. There's never anything inside of these. I think this is a copy and paste from over in the Muldraw map. If I had to throw out it, yeah, I think this is just a copy. There's another place in Muldraw that looks just like this. Couple of Zeds over here. Hop a fence up and over the top. Now that we're out of the construction yard, we go back this way. We should be alright. Going through the building, I think, was a better plan, but we're in front of the Gigamart right now, which means that our location is going to be back here. I think. Nay. Well, fine then. I didn't want to hang out here anyways. It's going to be around the back of here then, hopefully. And running shouldn't matter. Yeah, there it is right here. Our little ropey thing should be around here somewhere. Up and in here, maybe? Yep, up and in here. There we go. If you don't find your way around by actually knowing your way around, eventually you'll just learn to do it intuitively. You'll be like, it's around here somewhere. I don't know. There's no need to panic or whatever. We'll go up the stairs in the pitch black because I can't see. Now that we're in here, we're going to sleep it off for the night, I think. That should take us well into the morning, so let's give ourselves 8 hours of nappy time over here. A little bit of the old zzz being conjured. I do like to be a conjurer of the zzz. I don't like sleeping in terms of productivity, but I do enjoy sleeping. I gave that impression. I talked about it in like my last stream where I was saying I don't like sleeping because it's a waste of time. I like sleeping. I just hate the waste of time. So if we unpack this, how many bullets do we get? Out of curiosity, can we put bullets in that? Or does that put them on our person? That puts us on our person. Okay, so. And so let's say that I take that and I put it in there. How many bullets do you get out? 30? Oh, that's not terrible. That's enough. That's like a workable amount of bullets. I mean, I wish that we could put them back in the box now, like we had an empty box or whatever, but since we don't have the option to do that, I think hunger is going to be our next problem, and it's weird that we're not hungry right now. I guess those sardines must have been more filling than I thought. We do have the ability to open up a can of corn, and so I'll grab you after this is all done. Let's go ahead and crank you open. Does that have a durability? I didn't think that it did. Let's find those cans of... There it is. Our can of corn. We'll stop off here. I don't know, everybody. I really want to get an axe, but I can't find it anywhere, so we'll eat the entire thing. That'll give us a little bit of our hunger restored. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of other options. We hit as much as we could. Oh, hold on. It looks like there's a secret back room in the factory that we went to. I'm looking at a map right now. Ooh, gunshots. Funsies. Well, let's grab a can of food that we can bring with us, shall we? Or there we go, a bag of chips. That works out fine. Actually, we're too close to the end, so I messed that up last time. What I'm going to try and do is I'll try and leave it so that, well, we got a couple of minutes left. We might be able to make it out there. It's always a risky run, but I think we could do it. Zombies being moved around a little bit by the gunshots. If we go back by the Gigamart, this will also allow us to run them back over at Jigga Jigga what? Jigga Jigga what? That's their old saying at the Gigamart. Be like, Jigga what? We'll go along the sides right here. And if we can make it back down the road, looks like the zombies are stirred up quite a bit, both literally and metaphorically. They are actively awake right now. But I think that if we cut back from the Gigamart right here, the Gigamart's always a ways off to the side. And so if we follow this down to where the road forks down in the bottom, I think that I made a managerial area, and that's going to be our best chance. It looks like there's about 50 crates up in the back, which it makes sense to me now why I would have picked that location before we went over there. It seemed odd that there was no crates. I think I just missed them because they're segregated off from the rest of the building, maybe. If we walk for a moment, I think our legs are getting tired. We can't sprint any longer. Alright, straight through the middle of those zombies. And we'll try and duck the remainder out here, although they do disperse pretty well once you get further in, so... We gotta get an axe. That's pretty much it. If we don't have an axe, we can't get nothing done. And then once we have an axe, we need to make sure that all of the supplies related to repair go to that axe. Now, my inventory is kind of full of bullets right now. No, never mind. I got rid of it all. Yay, I'm the best. I was about to call myself a moron and get frustrated, but nope, we're good. Almost jumped the bullet on that one a little bit too quickly. We're going to go around this way. Once we're in the neighborhood, I also want to check my sprinting skill. It's got to be getting close. We get a big XP boost right there because we have fit as a skill. Although this might be cut off. Yeah, it looks like there might not be an internal way to get in there. I don't know. Nah. Maybe back through the locker room, possibly? Through the showers? Yeah, so it's still isolated from us. Unless that's it. There we go. Now we're good. We're magic. Got tent pegs, planks. What else we got going on in here? I mean, if these all turn out to be empty, that's going to be our problem. Some shotgun shells. No such luck so far. A paintbrush to go around. It looks like we still got skunked. Like, we're fairly well... Oh, there's a little area. Okay, so we're fairly well hosed at the moment. I'm going to try and figure out where we can get an axe. How you do, everybody? I'll see you next time.